Please adhere to YouTube's selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during the video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alrighty, so today I'm going to be smoking in a smoking jacket for the first time, which is something that I've actually wanted to do for the last couple years now. But sadly, the opportunity has not come until now. And now that I have the opportunity to actually smoke in a smoking jacket for the first time, since I've been waiting for a couple years, I am just so excited to finally smoke in a smoking jacket for the first time in today's video. And I am also very excited to smoke in this specific smoking jacket for the first time in today's video and to see how good it actually is as a smoking jacket. And I'm also very excited to find out just how good or just how bad smoking jackets are as a whole based off of this one experience. And I'm very excited to find out if smoking jackets are actually as good as I hope they are to actually smoke in. And I'm very excited to find out if smoking jackets actually dramatically affect your smoking experience or not, and to find out if smoking jackets make your smoking experience any better or not. As a whole, I am very excited to smoke in a smoking jacket for the first time, and I'm also very excited to find out if smoking jackets are something that you should add to your wardrobe. Although, right off the bat, I'd have to say it's probably a worthwhile addition. In my personal opinion, at least, as smoking jackets look pretty cool if you ask me. But, I do suppose, first off, I should probably cover what a smoking jacket actually is. So, what is a type of smoking jacket? Well, as the name implies, smoking jackets are jackets that you're meant to smoke in. However, not every jacket that you smoke in is a smoking jacket, as a smoking jacket is a specific style of jacket. And smoking jackets, as we know them today, first gained popularity in the mid-1800s. And they weren't just used to smoke in, although that was the main usage of them, of course, but they weren't only used to smoke in. At that time, smoking jackets were seen as an informal piece of men's lounge wear, and so as such, they were not only used to smoke in, but they were also used as a fashion accessory at times as well. And over the years, smoking jackets have gotten, I feel like, at least a little bit less popular. Definitely not as popular as they were in the mid-1800s. I hate to say it. However, there are still, or were still, some very notable people who really enjoyed smoking in smoking jackets up until very recently. And the person I'm referring to in specific is Hugh Hefner. Rest in peace, Hugh Hefner. But he loved his smoking jackets, let me tell y'all what. Hugh Hefner loved his smoking jackets. And so as such today, I also am very excited to find out if smoking in a smoking jacket makes me feel a little bit like Hugh Hefner. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I am very excited to find that out as well. Hugh Hefner is a big baller, you know what I'm saying? He loved his smoking jackets. Looking forward to seeing if I feel a little bit like Hugh Hefner in today's video. That is for sure. Smoking jackets today, though, I'd have to say, are not nearly as popular as they used to be. And finding an actual good smoking jacket today is a little bit harder than not. A lot of the smoking jackets that you're able to find online are very cheap, thinly made, and they don't actually act well as jackets, and more so than anything, they're just a short bathrobe, frankly put. But real smoking jackets, good smoking jackets, do still exist. However, they are more few and far between than not, and when you are able to find one, they are a little bit more expensive than not as well. But thankfully, I did not have to pay the price, the exorbitant price, to be precise, for a smoking jacket. Because I got very lucky a couple days ago when I was able to find this smoking jacket right here, which is a Harley Davidson smoking jacket at a thrift shop near me for $20. $20 for this smoking jacket. And in my personal opinion, that is a banger of a deal. Now, don't get me wrong, this smoking jacket is not perfect by any means. It does have its issues, but for $20, I couldn't pass it up, especially since I've been wanting to smoke in a smoking jacket for so long now. And I do suppose, before I actually go ahead and get to smoking in a smoking jacket for the first time, I think I should probably actually go ahead and show you guys this jacket and show you guys what it looks like, what the quality of it is like, what the problems with it are, and I suppose I should probably then go ahead and get it on, show you guys how it fits, how it looks, and everything like that. And then after that, I suppose I should probably go ahead and get one of my King Mountain Red 100 cigarettes all lit up, and I suppose I should probably actually go ahead and smoke in a smoking jacket for the first time in today's video. First off though, as said, we gotta go ahead and just take a look at this smoking jacket just a little bit. And we can see it's a very nice black smoking jacket with a very nice diamond with a very nice diamond pattern on it, in my personal opinion. It says Harley Davidson right there in black. And we can see it's got some buttons and some zippers, and these zippers actually have, this is really cool, the zippers actually have a piston, an engine piston, as the pull tab, which is pretty cool if I do say so myself. That is something I love to see. We can see there's a little bit of a chain on the inside of the jacket. The jacket is indeed lined as well. And I wore this jacket for a couple minutes just outside when I first bought it, and I can say that this jacket is a little bit warmer than not as well. Just says Harley Davidson right there, has $20 right there. And we can actually see on the tag, it actually says that this is a women's jacket. It fits me though. I really don't care for $20. I don't care if it's a men or a women's smoking jacket, frankly put. This jacket still looks much better than not, in my personal opinion. Let me go ahead and just stand up just so I can show you guys it a little bit far back, because there's more details to the smoking jacket than just the top of the smoking jacket, as there is a little bit of a sort of, I don't know, like bathrobe sort of tie right here or something like that as well. Not exactly sure in all honesty, but it looks pretty good in my personal opinion. On the little metal piece right here, it just says Harley Davidson right there, and the entire jacket is made out of velvet as well, which is so nice. It just feels so good in hand. And this jacket as well is really nice, really hefty. It's got a very nice weight to it as well, which makes it feel very high quality. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to the front of the smoking jacket. There are two pockets on either side for you to put your cigarettes in, or your smoke in, or whatever you're smoking in, which is pretty nice if I do say so myself. And moving on to the back of the smoking jacket, we can see it just says Harley Davidson right there with purple and silver accents, which looks pretty dang good if I do say so myself. Honestly, I don't really know what about this jacket makes this a women's smoking jacket rather than a guy's smoking jacket, frankly put. It's probably the purple on the back, that's my guess. But honestly, I think the purple still looks drippy as hell, and I really do not care whether this is a men's or a women's smoking jacket, in all honesty. I think it looks good, and I am looking forward to smoking in this smoking jacket, let me tell y'all what. But let's go ahead and now get the zipper all opened up, and let's go ahead and let's see if I can try to do this on camera. This jacket, it's a little bit bigger than not, in all honesty. It's a little bit hard to do all on the camera screen. I'm actually gonna all on the camera screen, but I'm gonna go ahead and just release the sort of like belt and everything like that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what the inside of the jacket looks like. And the inside of the jacket looks really nice if I do say so myself. It's got an inner pocket on this side for you to put some cigarettes in and stuff like that, which is really nice if I do say so myself. And I think that's pretty much all there is to cover about the actual look of the jacket itself. There are some other details I do want to mention, but I think I want to mention those details once I actually have the jacket all on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see how this jacket actually fits. So let's go ahead and just put it on just like that and get my smoking jacket on and talk a little bit more about it. And then after that, I think I might have to go ahead and smoke in it, you know what I'm saying? And as a whole, let me tell y'all what, man, I love how this jacket looks. I love how this jacket looks. It just looks so good in my personal opinion. Let's go ahead and zip it all up, just like that. There's a little bit of a button right here that I can button, just like that, just to kind of get the folds all right and everything like that. And then there's some buttons under this as well, so I can fold that back. And I think if I want to, I can kind of have that going like that just a little bit if I want to. I'm not sure, in all honesty. I don't know what this little tab right here is for, in all honesty. Maybe it's for like a pin or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, in all honesty. I'm going to just button all this back. But we can see, I said, it just says Harley Davidson right there. Back of it looks pretty good in my personal opinion as well. Let's go ahead, get the belt going as well. Got to get the complete drip going for my first time. Although I do think in the future, as I continue to smoke in this jacket, I'm probably just gonna get rid of the belt. The belt's very heavy. It's very, I don't know, it's not the greatest for walking around in all honesty. So I think I'm probably gonna remove the belt in the future, but trying to actually get the belt on properly and everything like that. It's being a little bit tough, I will admit. But let's go ahead and just get the belt all on, just like that now. And there we go. And there we go. It's a little bit loose. It's a little bit loose in all honesty, but there we go. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. I think, there we go. I think this is what you're supposed to do. I think it's just supposed to be like really loose as a whole. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I got the smoking jacket on, you know what I'm saying? Certainly no complaints on my behalf. Got the drip going, you know what I'm saying? And we can see there are some other details on this jacket as well. The jacket, I will admit, you can definitely tell it's been used. I don't know if this jacket's actually been smoked in before. It might have been. It is a smoking jacket after all, but it is a little bit used. We can see there's some like dirt and stuff on it kind of thing. I definitely need to take this jacket to the dry cleaner, but I'm not too worried about it as of this moment in time. We can see the sleeve cuffs have a little bit of a zipper right here, which is really nice. And the zipper is once again an engine piston, which is pretty cool if I do say so myself. This cuff, it's kind of disintegrating just a little bit. I kind of need to sew that back or something like that, but I think it's all good, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no biggie. It's still good enough to smoke in, that is for sure. And as a whole, I think this smoking jacket, it really does, in my personal opinion, fit me very well. It fits me in the shoulders very well, which I did not realize that this was a women's smoking jacket before putting it on, in all honesty. I thought that this was a guy's smoking jacket because it just fits me that well. But let's just go ahead and just stand up just real quick. Do a little bit of a turnaround. I think I'm feeling a little bit like Hugh Gaffner, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm feeling a little bit like Hugh Gaffner. I feel like a big baller right now. I feel like a big baller right now. Hey, yo, where's my mansion at? Where's my mansion at? Oh, man. Feeling a little bit like Hugh Gaffner. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. But I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to show y'all about this jacket. I don't think there's really anything else I wanted to mention. I can say this jacket's got a very nice weight to it. It's very comfortable, that is for sure. And I'm thinking it looks pretty good as a whole. I think it looks good both zipped, or both unzipped and zipped in my personal opinion. Definitely comes down a little bit far for my personal preference, but that's just kind of how smoking jackets are, in all honesty. That's just the style of them, and it's something that I'm just not used to. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of it. But I think as I continue smoking in the smoking jacket, and as I continue wearing it more and more, I'm going to come to appreciate the little V right here and everything like that. Well, I think that's pretty much all I had to say. I think I've talked about why I'm excited for this video. I've talked about what a smoking jacket is. I've shown off this jacket and what it's actually like, and I've showed y'all how it fits. It fits me very well. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. Talked about some of the things that are wrong with the smoking jacket, but it was only $20, so I really can't complain. And I do suppose the only thing that's left for me to actually do is to actually smoke a cigarette, is to smoke in general in my smoking jacket, in a smoking jacket, for the first time. Before I do that, I'm gonna go and take a little bit of a sip of water real quick. And now that I've taken a little bit of a sip of water, let's go ahead and get one of my King Mountain Red 100 cigarettes all out of the pack. And now that I have one of these cigarettes all out, let's go ahead and get my lighter out of my pocket. Oh man, I totally should have brought one of my like fancy lighters or something, but I didn't. Oh man, that would have been like one way to like exemplify the ballerness, to exemplify the baller move in today's video would be like more jumbled up. If I had brought a Zippo, it would have been cooler, but I completely forgot to bring a Zippo. It is what it is kind of thing. It is what it is. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get this cigarette right here, all lit up, and let's go ahead and actually start smoking in a smoking jacket for the first time. And let's see if a smoking jacket actually provides any better of a smoking experience than not. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? And I can definitely say, right off the bat, this cigarette, is pretty scrumptious. It's pretty puffalicious, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It's pretty puffalicious. I certainly cannot complain. I don't know if it's just the fact that I haven't had a cigarette for the last 45 minutes, or if it's the fact that I'm smoking a cigarette in a smoking jacket for the first time. I'm not sure. It's probably a combination of both, in all honesty. But what I can say is that this smoking jacket's doing a pretty good job of keeping me warm right now. It's not super cold out right now by any means. It's like, I want to say like 59, 60 degrees out here right now. That's the high today, and it's probably about the high right now. And so it's not super cold. I'd be perfectly comfortable out here in just a hoodie like I was before I got the smoking jacket all on. But I'm definitely more comfortable out here in my smoking jacket, and it's definitely keeping me warm, that is for sure. And I personally think it looks pretty good to smoke it. I think it looks pretty drippy to smoke it. That's my personal take, at least. That's my personal take. Somebody's got an RC plane and they're doing like tricks with it and stuff like that, and going all the way up in the air and stuff. It's pretty cool if I do say so myself. It's a good day to do that. Not super windy out here today. Park I'm at has very nice wide open fields. It's good times as a whole. Good times as a whole, let me tell y'all what. It's a good day to smoke a cigarette in a smoking jacket. How has smoking in a smoking jacket been so far, though? It's been very comfortable. Like, I just feel like I'm smoking in a very comfortable jacket, in all honesty. I feel like the fit today is pretty good kind of thing. I'm pretty satisfied with the fit. And I'd have to say the smoking jacket, I think it's making me feel a little bit like Hugh Hefner. I can't complain about that. And as a whole, I'm feeling pretty good. I pretty much just feel like I'm smoking a cigarette in a very comfy jacket on a very nice day. It's keeping me warm. Not too warm, not overly warm by any means. Just the perfect amount of warm, I definitely have to say. Does this smoking jacket soak up the smell of cigarettes? That's another question. Yeah, I'd have to say it does. The velvet definitely soaks up the smell of cigarettes, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm not sure if smoking jackets... I want to say one of the initial uses of smoking jackets was to kind of keep the smell of smoke off of you and stuff like that. And they actually had like whole smoking suits and stuff like that as well. That's one other thing I completely forgot to mention at the beginning of this video. They had whole smoking suits that you would wear when you're smoking, I guess, to keep like the smell of tobacco off you and everything like that. So I guess technically speaking, either a smoking jacket is supposed to be really good at resisting getting the smell of cigarettes in it, or a smoking jacket is meant to pick up the entirety of the smell of the cigarette, so the rest of your clothing doesn't get the smell of cigarettes, so you don't smell like cigarettes. Maybe that's what a smoking jacket is really for. It's meant to soak up the smell of a cigarette. I'm not sure, in all honesty. Or just of whatever you're smoking, in all honesty. Pipe, cigar, could be any. I definitely got a smoke pipe and a cigar in this smoking jacket, though. Then I'd really be feeling like Hugh Hefner. Let me tell y'all what. I'm feeling pretty good, though. This cigarette as a whole, it's an enjoyable smoke. Decent taste. I can't complain. I can't complain. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself. Man, that plane is going, though. It's going, let me tell y'all what. He just keeps going up and down and up and down. He balling, you know what I'm saying? He balling. Feeling good, though. Man, this experience is very much just like I'm smoking in a very comfortable jacket. Is this jacket any more or less comfortable than other jackets I own? Just different. Just different, I definitely have to say. Like, my arms are very free to move kind of thing. My arms don't feel like they're constricted in their movement with like some of my other jackets kind of thing. My arms are very free to move, so it's very easy to smoke in, I definitely have to say. And as a whole, it's very long as well, which means that I'm just very comfortable. It's not like I don't have like air rushing up my back or anything like that kind of thing, making my back cold while I'm smoking or anything like that kind of thing. So the longness of this jacket is definitely doing me good. It's very usable as well. You got lots of pockets for all your cigarette packs and your pipe tobaccos and your cigars and everything like that, and your lighters. Got lots of pockets. You could definitely just have this jacket and just kind of put your cigar in it and then put your lighter in it and then like pick it up later in the day and then just smoke your cigar and your lighter, and you already got everything in your pockets kind of thing. It's very convenient. No, it's good as a whole. It's good as a whole in my personal opinion. Yeah, I like this smoking jacket. I like this smoking jacket. And I can definitely say that while smoking in a smoking jacket is not like the most unique or different experience in the world by any means. It definitely is. A smoking jacket is definitely still good. While smoking in a smoking jacket is not like the most unique experience in the world by any means kind of thing, you can get a similar experience from other jackets. But at the same time, I guess you can't, because it's not really a smoking jacket now, is it? We can get a similar feeling experience from other jackets, for sure. But you can't get the same look. You can't get the same look from many other jackets out there. And as a whole, I can definitely say smoking in smoking jackets, definitely a better experience than not. And I can definitely say that this smoking jacket is a better smoking jacket than not. That is for sure. Now, of course, there are like various styles of smoking jackets. There are shorter ones, there are longer ones. There's a bunch of different styles of smoking jackets. But I'm very satisfied with this one. Let me tell y'all what, I am very satisfied with it. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and stub this cigarette all out. And I will admit, smoking in a smoking jacket is kind of making me feel like I really want to smoke, in all honesty. I mean, like, it's a smoking jacket. It's kind of making me feel like I want to smoke. So I'm kind of thinking I want another little bit of a smoke. But I'm not feeling like I needed the entirety of another smoke. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to smoke the rest of a cigarette that I smoked a little bit of about 45 minutes before this video. I didn't feel like smoking an entire cigarette about 45 minutes before this video, but I'm kind of thinking I want a little bit more of a smoke. I'm smoking in a smoking jacket after all. How could I not smoke more? So I'm thinking I need some more smoke. So I'm going to go and take another little bit of a sip of water, and I think I'm going to go ahead and continue smoking just a little bit. Before I go ahead and actually get my cigarette all lit up, though, there are two things I want to mention about this jacket that I'm actually not the biggest fan of. One of which is the belt right here. I'm not really the biggest fan of it. I mean, like, it's not bad. I do think that it makes this smoking jacket look a little bit more like a smoking jacket, a little bit more like loungewear, that is for sure. But when I'm going on a walk, or when I'm just using this jacket as a smoking jacket, I think I'm probably going to get rid of the belt, in all honesty. It's just something I'm not really the biggest fan of, looks-wise nor usability-wise. It's not very usable. It's just something that's really there for looks, in my personal opinion. And I am also not really the biggest fan of these sort of like zipper pull tabs when I'm like on a table. They just kind of keep hitting the table and making loud noises. Not really the biggest fan of that either, but they do look really good. They do look really good, so I really cannot complain, in all honesty. And same with the belt. The belt looks really good, so I can't complain too much. It's just not something that's to my exact personal preference, but nonetheless, this smoking jacket is still better than not, and I can say that smoking in a smoking jacket is a pretty good experience, that is for sure. Let's go and smoke a little bit more in a smoking jacket, though. Yes, sir, yes, sir, you know what I'm saying? And I think I'm going to try to grab myself a little bit of a screenshot. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to try to grab one. So I think I'm going to, how do I want to grab this? So I'm just going to stand back. No. I think no, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out how I could get a good screenshot of this. I might. What I might end up doing after this video is just taking off my smoking jacket, and I might light a cigarette and then kind of hold my smoking jacket like that. I might do that to try to grab a screenshot. I'm thinking that's probably going to be my best move, in all honesty. But, you know, I can definitely say, excuse me, smoking in a smoking jacket, it's a good time. It's a good time. And I'm definitely going to be having to smoke a lot more in this smoking jacket, that is for sure. And I will admit, one massive benefit of smoking in a smoking jacket is that I'm getting more jumbled up. One massive benefit of smoking in a smoking jacket is that you just feel cooler smoking. because you're smoking in a smoking jacket. At least I feel cooler smoking in a smoking jacket. One thing I honestly do want to do though, like smoking jackets in like the 1800s and stuff. Of course, they didn't quite look like smoking jackets of today. They looked similar, but not exactly the same by any means. This is very much a modern rendition of smoking jackets. It's got zippers, sort of like buttons and everything like that kind of thing. I want to get like an 1800s style smoking jacket. Now, I've seen some very interesting ones. I looked at the Wikipedia page for smoking jackets. They had some very baller photos of people smoking in smoking jackets. And I was like, I want a smoking jacket like that too. I got to find myself like an 1800s style smoking jacket. That would be cool. That would be cool. But I'm still very satisfied with the smoking jacket that I'm smoking in today. Especially for $20 and just getting lucky finding it at a thrift shop near me, I can't complain. I can't complain. I was unwilling to pay the price. The reason why it's been a couple years for me to actually smoke in a smoking jacket was because looking at ones that I was actually interested in online, actually good smoking jackets, they're pricey. They're expensive. I didn't really see any that were like nice for like under $70, $80. Most of the ones I saw were over $100, and I was just like not willing to pay that much in all honesty. But for $20, oof, I can't complain, that is for sure. But I think that's all I had to this cigarette. I'm gonna go ahead and step it out on the ground, make sure it's all out, can't be causing no forest fires or nothing like that. And now, I do suppose, without further ado, it's time for me to go ahead and let you guys know if smoking in a smoking jacket is actually good or not. Is smoking in a smoking jacket actually good? You already know it is. Yes, sir. It certainly is very good. Smoking in a smoking jacket, big baller move in my personal opinion. It's a good move, that is for sure. And it's definitely something that I enjoy doing, much more so than not, for the first time in today's video. I think that's pretty much all I had to say though. Those smokes I had were pretty good, and I certainly hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. If you guys have enjoyed watching this video where I smoked in a smoking jacket for the first time, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. Box, and my second channel, all in the description down below. Go check it all out. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. Till the next one, stay safe in peace and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?